Hello, my name is Barbara Kay, and on behalf of my co-host Susan Pertnoy and the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County, I'd like to welcome you to our program, Mosaic.
Our focus today is nutritious living to ensure a healthy future. We'll be back with our program and our guests after this brief message.
When I was young, I went to Jewish summer camp, traveled to Israel, and participated in leadership development groups. Today I'm teaching my children that being part of the Jewish community helps keep our heritage and traditions alive and vibrant, and can be fulfilling, exciting, and fun.
At the age of 90, I started a second career, delivering meals to homebound seniors. Because I'm a senior myself, I know how tough it can get. If somebody is in trouble and needs help, we need to be there for them. As Jews, it's who we are. It's what we do.
When my family needed help, we turned to the Federation, and they were there for us. How good it was for us to know that we are not alone.
Community, like every gift, counts. Together, we can ensure a vibrant Jewish future. Federation and you, changing the world together.
Welcome back, and welcome Nikki Harris and Marcia Moskowitz. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Both you and your families have generously given a 3-year grant to the JCC of the Palm Beaches to study childhood obesity. As a matter of fact, it's full speed ahead with the program at the Boynton Beach Mandel JCC, as well as the Palm Beach Gardens Mandel JCC, where we're at today. Marcia, can you please tell us the mission of this grant?
Yes, we wanted to promote the Jewish Community Centers of Palm Beach County as a model for other centers nationwide to teach and instill healthy eating in children and adults.
That's wonderful. And Nikki, why did you become involved with this program?
When Dr. Moskowitz and Marcia came to us, it's very close to our hearts. Our family feels very strongly about the epidemic in the country today. The numbers are just amazing. And if you can get the children at an early age and influence them, it makes a world of difference.
It really does. Can you talk about the program that they have with the garden?
Sure. The preschool children go into the garden every day with their teachers, and they learn about the fruits and vegetables that are growing, and then and they care for them. The teachers then capitalize on that and take that into the classroom. And the children are very excited, and when you get them at such an early age, you make quite an impression on them. Then every 2 weeks, a flyer is sent home with the child to the family to reinforce the healthy eating habits. The children are much more likely to want to eat the things that they have seen grown in the garden than things that are bought in the store, and it's much healthier.
It's really true. It's a great lesson for the parents as well as the children.
Exactly.
Marcia, what do you plan to achieve by this grant?
Well, like Nikki said, they incorporate the garden into the classroom. And as we do this, we have incorporated a study, because there is lack of studies to prove that this type of behavior will lead to healthy eating in adults. So we have hired a nutritional consultant to conduct a professional study, someone named Wendy Price, and she's also conducted one for us for our Cancer Nutrition Consortium that works with prestigious universities, Johns Hopkins, Mayo, etc. And after this study is finished, we will be able to present it nationwide, and hopefully this will be the outcome and the professional model for others.
Well, that's amazing, and that would be fantastic. And we really thank you for being so generous to our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Mosaic, Sean McDougall. You are something. You're the executive or assistant executive director of the Boynton Mandel JCC.
Correct.
But you're in charge of these two women who have done a remarkable job. They have presented a grant to us, and you're the boss of the grant.
Yes, I mean, the fabulous thing with their support, we've been able to start this 3-year project and get the wheels rolling. We're in its first year, and with their financial support, we've been able to really put an innovative, creative program into place that is really, I think, going to address just locally in our community childhood obesity as it relates to the kids in our preschool at a very young age. Instead of starting later with programs and services, we're starting much younger.
Yeah. First of all, let's explain what the program is so our viewers understand where we're going with this.
Definitely. Well, we started about 2 years ago with a small education grant from the JCCA Association, which is an umbrella organization that supports all the JCCs in North America. And our big mission as an agency is to provide high-quality programming. And one of our top priorities is to focus on healthy living. So the CATCH grant that we got a couple years ago, which is a coordinated approach to child health, got the ball rolling for us a couple years ago. And now we've expanded and reached out with this grant from the Moskowitz Family Foundation and the Harris Family Foundation to bring in an executive chef every month, a week at a time, and come to both of our preschools like we are here today to really try and make an impact and a difference on childhood obesity. We focus on the kids, we focus on the classroom and the teachers, and most importantly, the parents and the families who are helping make decisions on what these children are eating.
So how do you involve, literally, how do you involve the parents in this? Do they come to the JCC as well?
Yep, we had a couple months ago, Chef Rico had the parents come in. We did a testing of different fruits and vegetables, kind of a cocktail hour, where the parents got to go to 3 or 4 separate classrooms and try the things that the kids helped prepare, which was fabulous for the kids to be able to see and do that and have mom and dad taste some of the things that they created with the chef. So it was very exciting for the kids and a wonderful experience for the parents to actually see what we're doing in the classroom and ultimately taking it to the table and the mouths of their children on a regular basis.
You know, I don't think people realize how critical nutrition is in the early years of their childhood. Really, I mean, because the entire lifespan and style of living and everything is transformed if they eat properly. We have such a problem with obesity in this country. I mean, it's really, really severe.
Yeah, when you look at some of the studies and the research and the numbers that are out there, if you just look at adults, roughly 35% of Americans are obese. And over the past 30 years, the obesity rates for children have doubled and tripled for adolescents. And unfortunately, the cause that ultimately happens with these kids is they become more susceptible to diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, social issues, self-esteem issues. So if we can really dig deep into this and start with a young age and start to make an impact with them now as opposed to later years when they get into the teens where it might be potentially too late, we can really make an impact and a difference now. So that's really a big driving goal and motivation factor for us as an agency, is to really impact kids at a young age as opposed to when it's past that.
You know, they say there's a genetic involvement. I mean, if your parents are heavy, the possibility of their children are going to be the same. They're going to have that same challenge. But we also have lifestyle today that's different. People eat fast foods. They eat junk foods. Parents don't want to spend time in the kitchen. Somehow there's a different kind of a mentality, and it's very critical that there be a national movement that creates this awareness.
Definitely, and that's really one of our ultimate goals in sustaining this program, is we're looking at taking intakes and surveys of the parents and the families and what they're cooking and how they're preparing and why they're selecting certain foods. So we've got a research firm that is helping us collect that data, and we'll do a post-wave survey towards the end of the school year and the following years that are coming as well. And our ultimate goal with this, Barbara, is to really roll this out to the JCCA Association. They know, they're abreast of what we're doing here down in South Florida. And if we can really show some significance and impact with this program, our goal is really to bring this out to the JCCA and spread it out to all the other JCCs in the nation.
Well, are you doing something unique here? I mean, I know the CATCH program has some sort of a discipline. Are you doing something totally different?
Yeah, we've kind of expanded upon the CATCH portion of it, which really focuses on physical activity and including kids and participating at all levels. And there's some nutritional piece to it. But we're really kicking up the nutritional portion a lot by having Chef Rico down here a week at a time every month. And that, I think, in itself has really, in a short amount of time, made an impact. You hear the kids in the hallways talking about fruits and vegetables. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old myself. And for them to mention these things at the table, you know that this is happening in the classroom and the impact that Chef Rico's having and this program in itself. So if that can continue to grow and get the wheels moving forward, you know, we're on to something pretty fabulous that's unique in itself.
You also have a garden, I understand, that you've developed here.
Yep.
A vegetable garden.
Both of our locations, Barbara, in Palm Beach Gardens and in Boynton Beach, we have 3 garden beds that are 8 feet by 24 feet. Chef Rico did a great job in working with the kids and the teachers and planting seeds and flowers and everything
Yeah, I went
around.
outside and I saw earlier, I have to tell you, ahead of you, and I picked some of the wonderful things that are growing out there.
It's fabulous to see the kids take ownership to the garden and have a better understanding of where fruits and vegetables come from. I mean, the misnomer from probably most of them would say, oh, it comes from the Publix grocery store. But to see it grow, them take ownership to it, bring it in to the classroom, feel it, taste it, do every texture, and really learn different things about these fruits and vegetables that they might not normally have in an everyday situation. So that's a really unique tool, that community garden, and it's a selling point, a big advantage to this program that it's unique.
Yeah, like from the garden to the plate.
Garden to the classroom, to the table, to the mouth, which is you come full circle with it.
How do you see the future of this thing? I mean, how large do you want it to go?
Well, we mentioned before that the JCCA Association is abreast of what we're doing here in South Florida, and ultimately what we would like to do is have this local entity be expanded out to all the JCCs in North America. If we can really show that this makes a difference with our children and obesity and the foods that they're preparing and selecting and eating at home, and really make an impact to lower this childhood obesity issue that we have in our country, if we can take it nationally, this would be a wonderful thing for us to be able to do, and it's a great thing that we're leading the way here in our agency.
Do you have a way to test the success of this?
Yeah, we're working with a research firm that has helped us with a pre-wave survey that went out to the parents at both locations to look at and better understand behaviors and attitudes about food, how they're preparing their foods, who's preparing their foods, how they're selecting their foods, and then a post-wave survey based on the things that Chef Rico's doing in the classroom and the teachers are doing with the parents to see if we can start to influence some of these behaviors and attitudes at home in the foods they're selecting. So we'll monitor those, a pre-wave and a post-wave, and we'll do it for the following 2 years as well to see what kind of impact we're making from a research perspective. And if we really show that we're making a strong impact, you know, this is going to be something that's going to have more legs to go out to the nation.
Sounds wonderful. Before we go to the garden, I want to ask one more question. Tell me a little bit about Chef Rico and why he got involved with this.
Well, Chef Rico has been fabulous for us. He brings a vast knowledge, skill set, and an ability, not only in the kitchen, but an ability to work with the kids. He's worked on some other collaborative efforts related to cancer and nutrition. He brings a strong passion about what he does every day. We were able to reach out to him, get his understanding of what we were trying to do, and match those two together, and it was a perfect match. What he can bring to the table is really a difference maker for this program, and it's unique in itself. And having a professional chef here to interact with the parents and the kids and the teachers here really brings this program to the forefront.
Wow, it sounds terrific. You know what I want to do now?
Let's hear.
Let's go to the garden and see what's growing, okay?
Right. There's a lot of fabulous things, so I'm excited to go out there and share this experience with you.
All right, I'll bring you along with us after this brief message.
What if you could change the world? You can. We can do it together. With the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County, you are here, and we are all connected. Together, we can enrich Jewish life, care for vulnerable populations, and build global Jewish community. That's what we do, every day, here at home and around the globe.
Hey, this is what it's all about. Here's your garden, all fresh food. What do you think of that, Sean?
This is fabulous. All different types of fruits, vegetables. This is really the fruits of these kids' labors, their teachers, Chef Rico. To see all this fabulous stuff out here is wonderful.
Yeah, look at it. Chef Yummy. It's Chef Yummy.
That's right.
That is adorable.
I can't wait to be on TV.
You're on TV now. Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Listen, I think it's so wonderful, Chef. Tell us what you do here in the garden.
Well, we've actually planted a variety of vegetables here for the kids to utilize in their classroom, as well as in some of our demonstrations we do. As you can see, they have been harvesting, and as our first year, it's been a very successful garden. And we just want the kids to be able to come out here and get a connection to their food, and also to get some ownership. They know where their food's coming from, they're more likely to eat it, and they're more excited and invested within it.
Yeah, and in a little while we're going to watch you, Chef,
Yes.
cook some of this food. So this is really part of the whole overall culture that you're trying to develop, from the garden to the plate.
Exactly. The whole four-step concept is to go from the garden into the classroom with the teachers and the kids and Chef Rico, then to bring that home to the table, and then ultimately into the mouths of the families and the children that come here every day. So it's a four-step process that really starts right out here in the core of the garden. So the kids being out here, as Chef Rico mentioned, understanding where fruits and vegetables come from as opposed to the traditional thinking of being it in the grocery store. They get a good understanding and knowledge of where the foods they're eating, and particularly the healthy foods they're eating, are coming from.
Isn't this, Susan, isn't this wonderful?
It is wonderful. Chef Rico, describe what you have going here, because these are some interesting...
What we have here is an herb section of the garden. This long plant is cilantro. You see this plant down here with the orange flowers. It's nasturtium. You can eat the flowers. They're edible. They're peppery. You can put them on salads. And when it goes to seed, and if you brine those seeds, that's what capers come from. Oh. But we have chocolate, mint, and rosemary, and strawberries, carrots, peppers, eggplant, corn, beans.
Oh my goodness.
Chinese cabbage, Swiss chard, which we'll bring in today. We'll cook with the kids. We're going to blend up some smoothies, and we're going to put some Swiss chard in there with it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So are you going to pick something right now?
I was going to pick a little bit of Swiss chard right now.
Oh,
right
let's
ahead.
watch you.
Sure, what would you like to say? What do you think of this whole thing?
Careful.
How could I make food out of
Things that you grow in the garden.
How could I make it?
They do. When he finishes picking some of this food from here, the leaves and the Swiss chard, he's going to go make something inside, and we'll watch him. Isn't that nice?
How could he make food?
Because he's a chef and he knows all about that. And this is all terrifically fresh.
But he's Chef Yummy.
He's Chef Yummy.
Chef Yummy is a
Smoothies at home. Who likes, you do? You do?
Nope.
Chef Rico is going to prepare smoothies
Okay,
for
you know
us
what I
from
think we should
the
do now?
vegetables
I think we
and the
should go
fruits in this
inside and
garden.
cook.
Isn't that
Sounds
exciting?
good.
Thank you. Come on, let's go inside and taste something. Come on. Come with us.
Let's go taste the garden, guys.
Okay.
Welcome back. We're here with the pre-K class of the preschool and Chef Rico. And Chef, tell us what you're going to prepare.
Well, we just came up from the garden and we picked some beautiful Swiss chard out there. Do you guys remember picking these out there?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten this before?
No.
It comes from the same family as spinach, and it's very high in vitamins K, vitamin C. It's so good for you. It's going to make you see better, and we're going to make some smoothies out of it. Have you guys eaten smoothies?
No.
Do you like smoothies?
No.
That's the right answer, guys. And so what we're going to do is we're going to begin by, of course, putting everything into our blender. Who likes to run a blender?
Me.
I know. So we're going to do some of these. Do you guys know what this is?
Strawberry.
And what do strawberries taste like? Are they sweet? Are they sour?
Sour and sour.
You think they're sour and sweet?
Sweet.
Are there anyone's favorite berries?
Sweet.
Well, we're going to put these right in. Yummy. We're going to get some banana.
Yummy. Yummy.
Can you peel this banana for me? Peel it up for me?
I can't peel it.
Thank you.
I can peel it.
And we know we wash our hands when we come into the kitchen before we touch the food, don't we? That's very important.
And we're going to put, thank you. Can you put it right down on the cutting board for me? Thank you. And we're going to put some banana in here. And this has potassium in it. Potassium, do you know what potassium does?
No.
Do you ever get cramps or growing pains?
No, I never get.
Well, wait till you get older. Well, this helps with that. It's also very good for you.
That's good. Do you hold these classes with the children on a regular basis?
I do. We do these classes once a month with the kids. And we've been trying to bring in some of the Jewish tradition. So last month we did the 7 species. And so we made a bugler salad with dates and raisins and grapes and pomegranate into it.
Sounds delicious.
And we also made a tapenade that we served on cool slices of cucumber.
I'm
for
sure
the kids.
for some of these kids that was the first time they've ever eaten these dishes.
It is the first time, and it's a way of exposing them to these flavors. And again, it's a way of trying to prepare them at a young age to accept the healthy cooking when they get older.
And do they bring home recipes to their parents?
They bring home recipes. The month actually before, we did a cocktail party where the parents were invited in, and they cooked things that the parents went from classroom to classroom to try and eat.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was a really nice. And here's the Swiss chard that we're going to put in. This is what we got from the garden, right?
Now, can you substitute spinach for that?
You can substitute spinach. You can substitute kale with it also. Who knows what this is?
Ginger.
Who wants to smell it? Who can smell it?
Not me.
You want to smell it?
I smell like lemon.
It smells a little like lemon. Lemon and ginger are key components. We're going to put a little bit of this in there, not a lot, just for an aromatic. I'm sorry. Now, who knows how to push a button? Can you hit this button right here? And hit the 1. And hit the 2. That looks pretty good. Let's add some more things in there.
That's strawberry. Avocado.
You want to add an avocado in? Let's do it. You know why we're putting an avocado in here? Well, avocados are creamy, correct? And you want to know that they have the most fiber of most vegetables?
I know that. Me too. But I do not like them.
You don't?
Me either.
I think they're wonderful. They have a nice creamy taste to them.
Yeah. I think them. No, probably not. Right there.
And lastly, who knows what this is?
Butter.
That's a great guess.
Looks like butter.
This is called tofu. Cheese is a good guess because both cheese and tofu have protein in them. And so we're going to put some protein into our smoothie by adding a little bit of tofu into it. And this is called silken tofu. So it has a very soft texture, almost like butter. And it's going to help add some creaminess to our smoothie.
I didn't notice. Did you add water?
I have not yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to get all this mixed up. We're going to check the consistency of it. And we'll add water to compensate for that.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to mix it? Come on over. You can come on over. Do you want to hit power right here? And 1.
Let's lift you up. Good chef. Look at this. Wow.
And we're going to add a little water in.
That's cool, isn't it?
We're making a drink. And we'll scrape down the sides and give it one more round around.
Thank you.
One more round around.
One more round around.
I bet you can't wait to taste this. Who's going to taste it first?
Who wants to hit 1?
Me.
What's at 3? Go ahead, sir. You want to taste? Pick 2, we'll call it good. All right, who wants to try a taste of this?
Me.
Okay.
I want to taste it.
I bet you won't even taste the avocado in there.
Get off. It's recipe. Yay, recipe. I'm not having a fight with you. We're going to fight on TV. Now get off. I'm hugging you. Nope. Get off.
Look at how interested they are. So when they're involved in preparing, they will now experiment with vegetables and fruits that they ordinarily wouldn't consume.
Absolutely, and maybe the next time they see Swiss chard or avocado, they're not going to be so afraid of it because they've already eaten something with it, they're used to it, they've seen it in the garden, and they're familiar.
It's really a terrific program.
You don't want to be the first, huh?
Oh, this looks delicious.
Who would like to try a sip?
Want a little sip? Here you go.
Is this spicy? I don't like spicy.
Want a little one? Want to try it?
I hate spice.
Sure.
I hate spice. I hate spice. It's not.
That tastes like banana and strawberries to me.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
delicious. Who likes banana and strawberries? Here, that's what it is.
Banana and strawberries.
Banana and strawberries.
You want
Here you
banana and
go.
strawberry?
Strawberry.
It's creamy too, isn't it?
Banana. Strawberry.
Well,
It would make a great breakfast drink.
it really would.
I have smoothies for breakfast.
Thank you so much for joining us, Chef.
I know. You're very
This
welcome.
has been wonderful. And thank you, kids.
Oh, I'm glad you
You've really
enjoyed it.
helped teach us how to prepare the smoothies.
Does this taste a little like banana smoothie? Yeah.
Barbara, come join us. This is so delicious.
Oh, thank you. This is terrific. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, kids. Thank you for allowing us to join you today. We had a wonderful time. This was a wonderful program. And thank you for being with us as well. Be with us again next week when we have another look into the Jewish world. Goodbye from Mosaic.